Today we are here to conclude this collaborative learning journey, and we not only will reflect on the knowledge shared but also we'll celebrate the partnerships that have made this exchange possible. I extend my heartfelt gratitude to our visiting delegates from Burkina Faso, Mali, Niger and Senegal, and also the most important, our development partners, the World Food Programme, UNICEF, GIZ, Asian Development Bank, World Bank, KfW and FCDO for their continuous support. Together we are pushing the boundaries of what social protection can achieve. As you have witnessed during your visit here, BIS vision goes far beyond merely providing financial assistance. This program stands as a testament to the visionary leadership of Shaheed Mohtarama Benazir Bhutto, who conceptualized this initiative with a deep commitment to empowering women to Pakistan's most vulnerable segments, especially women. Her legacy of compassion and justice continues to guide us in our mission today. We are also grateful to the President of Pakistan, Mr. Asif Ali Zardari, who transformed this vision into reality by launching the Benazir Income Support Program. His dedication to continuing Shaheed Mohtarama's legacy has made it possible for us to stand here today and share the impact of this program with the world. We at BISP have a life cycle approach in our programs, where we ensure that families get not only unconditional cash transfers but as well as conditional support with the core responsibility programs like Talimi Wazaif and Benazir Nushanuma program, through which we focus on their families' education and health and nutrition needs. We envision a Pakistan where women are empowered to take charge of their lives, to raise healthy families, and to participate as active members of the society. Health and nutrition are fundamental to this vision, especially when we consider that the healthy woman is better equipped to fulfill her role in her family, community, and beyond that as well. The health and nutrition of women are not merely isolated outcomes, but essential stepping stones to a larger goal. When we ensure a woman is well nourished and healthy, we empower her with the strength to pursue education, employment, and civic engagement. A healthy woman becomes a pillar in her community, fostering healthier generations and more resilient societies. At BISP, we are not just addressing the immediate needs of women, we are also investing in their futures. Financial empowerment has become a critical component of our approach. Through our programs, we are giving women the tools and resources they need to achieve financial independence. Financial inclusion means giving them control over their resources and decisions. When a woman has the power to make financial choices, she becomes an economic force, not only supporting her family, but also contributing to the nation. I also believe that true empowerment goes beyond health and financial aid. This is a very strong belief that I hold. It requires skills and knowledge that will last a lifetime. Skill development is the bridge to self-sufficiency and long-term empowerment. And now we are not only providing support, we are also trying to enable individuals to sustain themselves and their families for long terms by engaging them through skills development initiatives. As we look forward, I invite you all to continue this journey with us, to build a Pakistan where every woman, child, and family has a chance to prosper and thrive. Through your efforts and our shared commitment, we can extend this vision of empowerment beyond our borders, creating a very positive change all across our respective nations. We stand committed by we stand by the unwavering commitment of our leaders to serve the underprivileged and to build a more equitable Pakistan. It is in their legacy that we find the strength to persist and the courage to innovate. Thank you all for being part of this mission, and thank you once again for your, I would like to thank all our partners as well who have made this vision possible. And in the end, I would also like to tell you all that we also have learned from the delegates that have come here. So this sharing and exchange of knowledge is very valuable for our future commitments and how we can implement them in our countries to make life better for people. And as my very dear friend Coco said, that we would be, inshallah, interacting with you again, meeting each other and sharing our experiences and then learning from our experiences. So, because I have always believed that collective wisdom is the key to all the problems. If we sit down together, we discuss things together. And as a very esteemed colleague from UNICEF, I guess, was stating that there are different forms of poverty that still need to be addressed, as you referred to the child poverty. It is a very different perspective that we have to look at it. So it is very necessary that we all meet more often, exchange views more often, exchange experiences more often, which would lead to a better world and, of course, better countries that we belong to. But as a world, we should come together and try to improve the things the world over for the women, for the children, and for the other vulnerable societies that exist throughout the world.